Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to another edition of the Regional Review. My name is Enzo Amuele, the correspondent for Namibia Media Holdings in the Central North. But before we continue with our show today we celebrate World Nurse Day. Welcome back from our Daily Ed viewers. First up in our news, Rani Group of companies that operate a chain of supermarkets in northern Namibia has donated 150,000 to the Sam Nujoma Foundation. This money is to finalize the construction of the Etunda Village School. His Excellency Dr. Sam Nujoma, who received the donation, thanked them for this generous support.
We are here and we try to contribute this year 150,000 Namibian dollar towards completion of Etunda Farm School. And this is not the last of our contribution towards Etunda Farm School. If there are any challenges to complete the school, we are still ready to assist where we can when your office will call on us. Thank you.
On behalf of Sam Nujoma Foundation and the farm workers and all Namibians, I would like to express our profound gratitude and appreciation for this wonderful support for the completion of the school where the Namibian children whose parents are working in the white-owned farms who are not attending school, they will come and attend the school here. Also accommodation and food will be made available for them. From here we expect that these children who will be educated here will become our future doctors, our future engineers, and our future aircraft flyers, and also economists, so that Namibia will not be a poor country. From this soil, where we have diamonds, gold, and other minerals, will be used for the benefit of all the Namibians, irrespective of color or race or places of origin. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you.
That is indeed a generous contribution there by Rani Group. We do hope the construction of the school finalizes very soon for learners to be able to attend school early next year. Next up in our news, SWAPO party members from Grootfontein have written to the SWAPO Secretary General Sophia Shanyungwa. The subject of the letter was the poisonous situation at Grootfontein Municipal Council as a result of Talita Garises. The letter reads, Comrade Secretary General, we are extremely dismayed at the current situation at the municipality where our SWAPO councillor and current mayor Talita Garises is in collaboration with opposition parties. We have no idea how our own comrade would have gone so low to betray our struggle, showing her spineless double standards as a Johnny Comlate SWAPO cadre, OEC Joanna Comlate. We cannot remember Talita having an active in the struggle when we were treated like dogs by the DTA before independence. Now she has the audacity to collaborate with the same party, in particular Elizabeth Castor of PDM and Vickers Jacobs of IPC, for reasons they think we are not aware of. Now our own town is run by opposition while we outvoted them at the polls. Cross-funding issues have been coming on for a while. We do hope that the relevant authorities intervene with immediate effect for residents not to be deprived of proper quality services. Next up in our news, Chief Velem from the Hangom Traditional Authority has called on the government to intervene with serious matters concerning the Traditional Authority. He says that there was a chief that was politically appointed to be the chief of the Hangom Traditional Authority. He also called on all the Hangom people to stand together in solidarity.
Good morning, Namibians. I'm Delilah D. Ipinge, and this morning we are here in Otjiwarongo. I'm a proud Hangom woman, born and bred in Ocho, but currently living in Windhoek. My people, Hangom communities at large, have been marginalized over the years. We have stood up as Hangom children, and this is why we are here today in Otjiwarongo. I urge Otjiwarongo people, most specifically the Hangom children, elders, youth, to stand up now and join this fight with us. We are in Otjiwarongo this morning for our Unity Conference. By unity, I mean that Hangom people in general need to stand up and unite. This conference is aimed at different objectives and goals. One of our objective of this conference, Unity Conference, is to unite our people. We are scattered all over. We are not uniting in certain issues that are affecting us, whether it is economically, whether it's issues that we really need to stand up for. We tend to be quiet on it. So this Unity Conference aims and objectives are to unite us all so we can fight our battles that we currently face as Hangom children. We urge the youth, most specifically the youth, to join us in this fight and to stand up for our rights as Hangom people, to come together as Hangom people in Namibia to unite. I thank you all for joining us in this conference, and we would really like everybody to come together as Hangom children, elders and youth. I thank you.
Viewers, that brings us to the end of our news segment here today. Now we head over to our interview. Stay tuned.
Adam Tas is coming to Windhoek to help build a brighter future for education. Join us at the Sounds of Caring concert at Windhoek High School Vegkop on 20 and 21 May, where he will be performing with Von Arends and Rian Smith. Tickets cost $200 Namibian and are available via eticket.my.na. All proceeds go towards the African Child Development Trust.
I appreciate to be granted this opportunity. I am Chief Willem Ape of the Hobson Traditional Authority, which stretches from Ocho to Otavi, the jurisdiction. When I am having this opportunity, I will not waste a time, but will coming up with the issues of the day. I would, in the first place, like to talk about the land issue in Namibia. Our community is the very first peoples of the country as an indigenous peoples. Now, with the independence during 1990, I am the first chief been designated by my community according to the Traditional Leaders Act and also was according to the people's consent. Now, after the designation, I don't know what happened that another chief was designated, but it is a political appointment of the government which was in contradiction with the Traditional Leaders Act because the person is recognized politically on the umbrella name Haikon. But the name Haikon is an umbrella name while there are 7 communities under it. So within each and every community in Namibia like Osibambo is just an umbrella name like Tamaras, Namas and so on, and which was done, it was well with those communities that the communities under the umbrella names were recognized with their chiefs. Now it is not the case with Kumsan. As I said, I was designated during 20th June 1996. Up to now, government is reluctant to recognize the rest of the Kumsan chiefs. We have been inspecting, and we are now very sure why the chief was easily recognized by the government. Because the chief is so illiterate, have no experience on people's development, from which the government is the one, government officials are the ones which are benefiting the most on our expense. And that is a big issue in which we are having the trouble. If a community is not recognized a traditional chief and its traditional authority, it means that specific community is not permanently or specifically integrated into the mainstream development of programs of the government. So when it comes to that, we would like to make a plea to the government that government needs to comply with international laws. Then only the indigenous peoples of Namibia will survive or will be able to develop. Because now, with the one single chief as a king, which is in contradiction again with the Traditional Leaders Act, because the Traditional Leaders Act is only making provisions for a chief to be recognized. But in Haikon case, the one on the umbrella name has been recognized. And it is a political appointment of the government that I need to emphasize. And we are truly speaking through the years, now for whole total 32 years of independence without any assistance from the government. So we would like that government needs to comply with the indigenous people's rights, which they have been signing with United Nations as a treaties, you know. And then only our communities will be able. Our laws are not, the indigenous people's rights are not respected. We are also not even respected. So how can government promote, and how will we be able without the land, you know? Our land was also dispossessed as a game back during colonial time by South African colonial government. But when the land of the government has gained independence, government is also not making any commitment to show how government is helping the people in terms of alternative land, as our land was now proclaimed as a game reserve, a game park. The one which is making most of the money in the country, you know, it is a backbone of the economy. It is a game park is having tourists per month in big numbers, but from those benefits, we are not even getting anything. So we need also to benefit from the natural resources of the game park as our ancestral land. And we were also asking the government to make alternative lands available, as these ones were becoming national, but the government is not even worrying with it. Its government is just reluctant to give a land and to ensure that the Hainan people should be self-determined. We are having the self-determination right, the right to traditional autonomy regarding the land. We should have been the ones who should have been consulted by the government regarding the land. How can we help you? But the government have excluded the consultation process, and therefore we are thinking that government has violated some of the laws. For example, the right to free.
Well, it is indeed a very, very interesting interview we have right there. And now, viewers, we head over to our weather report for the day.
Taking a look at the expected weather for the central north, Okahanya can expect mostly sunny and comfortable conditions. Otjiwarongo and Tsumeb are sunny and pleasant this week, and the same goes for Grootfontein. Okakarara can expect plenty of sun with mild days, but very low night temperatures.
Viewers, that brings us to the end of our exciting show here from the Central North. My name is Enzo Amuele, and I hope to see you guys again next week, Thursday.